Hi, my name is Florence Lewis. I'm a life and career coach. And for more than 15 years, I'm working with individuals, groups and organizations which are in transition phase. A transition phase is a period of crisis, when the past doesn't hold anymore, the future doesn't exist yet, and you are in a time in which you have to develop skills, competencies, abilities, resources, so that your next step will be more successful. But what is success? What does it mean to be successful? What is success for you? Popularity, integrity, a big house, the fastest car, an outstanding career, a lot of money on your bank account, a beautiful wife or a handsome partner, a gorgeous body? All of this, is it related to what you feel or what you think? Most of the time, success, as we see it, is based on the mindset standards of our society, of our community, of our family. But it's not based on our feelings. What does fulfill you fully inside of you? And that makes a big difference. And this is also the reason why people who are successful regarding to the mindset standards, they don't feel satisfied, they don't feel fulfilled, because actually they didn't realize their true self, they didn't realize their true potential. So before going into the subject of how to recalibrate your mind for success, you need to ask yourself this question. Is success an idea based on the programs of my mindset, which are already based on the programs of my family background, of the society, of my education, my culture and so on? Or is it based on really what I feel? How would I feel successful? How do I feel this in me, in my life? And how would this feeling express in my life? Considering the mind as a recording machine since the day one of your incarnation, it has been programmed by all the experiences you've been through, by everything that you have recorded. And of course, everything you have recorded before the age of 5 has made the biggest imprint on you, the biggest programs which have been repeated themselves then later in your life experience. Studies have shown that kids who had mistreatment experiences, as grown-up, they will go for experiences of mistreatment again. It seems awkward in a way, but actually the mind likes what it already knows. The mind likes what is familiar, and it will search for the experience that it already knows, even though this experience is an experience of suffering. The National Endowment for Financial Education, which also is making statistics about lottery winners, did point out that 70% of them go bankrupt after they won at lottery. So this also is showing that they are just repeating the programs, that they are going to what is familiar to them, because they are holding this program and it's very difficult to change it. So they are just repeating the experience and they are going back to what they know, to the situation they knew before they won. Again, if for instance you had a lot of stress experiences in your life, it will be difficult for you to have memories about happy souvenirs. Most of your memories will be about dramatic situation, difficult situation, because your mind has been used to record all this information, and this has created a pattern. We call this a neuronal highway. When you were a kid, you were just absorbing all the information without any kind of discrimination, and you were repeating the behaviors, what people were saying around you, the way they were behaving and so on. Mostly it was your parents, but also it could have been some other adults, or maybe your big sister or your big brother and so on. In this way, you started to create a path of neuronal connection. And by repeating those experiences, it became a road. And then with time and repetition, it became some highways. So now if you're in a situation that is recording you, a situation that is already known in your mind, it will just make like if you press the button and the program will go on. You don't even have to think about it. It will be unconscious. You don't even know about this anymore. And actually you don't even recall when this started, when this program started. So what's the good news? How can you recalibrate your mind, really? Number one, as we know that the brain is neuroplastic, that means that you can also make new connections, new paths, new roads, new highways to create new habits. You are believing that your habits are defining who you are. In a way they are, but actually they are not, because who you are is not your habits. However, by making habits that will help you to feel better, that's an improvement. Number two, as you will change your habits, your behaviors will change as well. And therefore, the consequences in your life will also change. As an example, there has been a study about women who were pregnant and had a lot of stressful experiences during their pregnancy. As a result, the children were experiencing depression and hard coping mechanism with stressful situations. That means that through epigenetics, the behaviors of one person will be transferred to the next generations. So as you will make the changes, as you will change your habits, as you will change your behaviors, your ways of thinking, you will also do that for the next generations. So you can potentially affect your epigenetics for a healthy lifestyle and healthy habits. Number three, as I was saying, your mind is a recording machine, so it does record everything you say, everything you see, everything you hear, everything you feel, everything you taste, and so on. So if you keep saying, I'm stupid, if you keep saying, this life is shit, if you keep saying, all the people are rejecting me, if you keep saying, I'm not worth, if you keep saying, my business is not going good, and so on, that means that you are also making this true in a way, even though it might be a lie, because your mind takes it for granted. And if you are repeating this, you are also creating a sort of mindset. You are creating also with this emotional reactions, and in a way you are building a sort of personality. But then again, those programs are not you, and even this personality is not you actually. Why that? Because all of this is based on your mind program. And as I was saying, it's based on a recording machine that was starting since the day one of incarnation. So where is the truth? It's in your heart, it's in your feeling, it's what you really feel. That is really making also this feeling of being alive actually. And I'm not talking about adrenaline or any kind of dependency on drugs or whatever things which gives you the perception of being alive. Actually, it's going into some other kind of illusions or disillusions, whatever. But I'm talking about the real feeling of feeling who you really are. So how do you perceive this inner self? How can you get in touch with that? Actually, you do have a lot of hints for that. First, you can meditate. And by the way, meditation has been proven to have some really good effects on the fact to be more resilient and also on the fact to be able to cope with more stressful situations. Second, You can also be more focusing on what is going on inside of you, your perception, and also what you really like, what is your passion. So number 4, when you start to listen to your heart, you start to listen to your inner guidance, you start to adjust your mindset, your programs, which you perceive more and more, and your feeling. And as you see, they are not going along together, then you have to make adjustments. And you know who is really the captain of this situation, of your life. Who is that? It's not your mind full of programs which are not most of the time belonging to who you really are, but it's here, it's in your heart, which is, by the way, the organ that is making you alive. So, step by step, you start to readjust your mind, you start to readjust your neuronal connections, you start to create new ones, you start to meditate more and more. And even though it takes discipline, it takes training, it takes perseverance, it takes patience, step by step, you're going more and more in the direction that is fitting who you really are. And because you are creating a mindset that fits you, that fits who you really are, then you will start to realize your own potentials. You will start to realize who you really are. And you will start to live a life that is worth living it, because it's your life. It's not the life of anyone else. It's not the life of any other programs of whoever or whatever. It's your life. And that is a success. That is a real success. Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day. And see you in another video. Bye bye.